ruling that was struck down Indiana's same-sex marriage ban, and they waited for hours to get their marriage licenses and certificates, but the legal battle ahead will last a lot longer. So here with us now is one of those couples who stood in line, newlyweds Doc Miller and Doug Whitinger. Congratulations to both of you. What went through your head yesterday? I know you stood online for, 3 hours?
Yeah, it was about 3 hours from the time we arrived at the city county building to the time we left with our marriage license.
And you brought that today, if you want to hold that up real quick, and just talk to us about that experience yesterday.
Well, yesterday started as any other day for us, going to work, staff meetings, things like that. We had no idea this decision was coming down so quickly. About 11:30-ish, I got a notification on my phone that the ban had been overturned. I immediately had to text Doc to say, I can't believe it, it happened. And then from there, it was just, do we need to go? Do we go now? Do we wait? So after work, we went right down.
And so, Doc, I know you're a teacher, correct?
Yes,
so talk to me about the support at the school. Is your principal supportive and the rest of your staff members?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, before we agreed to come on, I called my principal and said, hey, we were thinking about, showing our support for everybody else who's getting married. And he said, go. I support you. We all support you. And we have amazing friends. Our families are great. The only problem we have right now is everybody couldn't come. So we're going to celebrate a year from now with a real celebration.
Now, of course, there's still a big uphill battle ahead. There are still a lot of opponents. Are you prepared for that fight? And how are you preparing?
Well, I think I've been prepared since I came out. I came out in high school. I'm local. I grew up here in Indianapolis. I've been prepared for this fight my entire life. I write for Nuvo. I'm a columnist with Nuvo, the local news weekly. I've written about LGBT issues, about the quest for marriage equality, and it's here, and we're not going to back down.
Doc, let me ask you, and a lot of people are saying, opponents are saying, well, if there's no difference between a man and a woman in a marriage now, then what's the difference between girls and boys and going in, the bathrooms and things like that? I mean, you're a teacher and you work with a lot of younger students, so what do you have to say to those opponents?
I think sometimes we take our eye off the ball here, and nothing is fundamentally different. The sun is getting ready to come up, just like it did yesterday. These things, we reduce it to these absurd, well, then you can do this or you can do that. All that's happened differently is that there are some Hoosiers today that have the liberties that they didn't have yesterday, and we're just a little closer to being equal. That's the only difference. There's no big shift. There's no earth-shattering thing. It's just people now have the freedom to do what we should have had the freedom to do all along.
And to end on a little lighter note now, so the weekend is ahead of us. Are you guys going to celebrate? I know you've been together 11 years and everything, but is there a little celebration in store for the next few days?
We really haven't had the time to digest.
Yes, it happened so quickly, right?
But certainly, we're looking forward to celebrating with our friends and our family, and so we'll take it as it comes.
Okay. Well, congratulations to both of you. Thanks for
you.
coming in so early, and best of luck as well.
Thanks.
And coming up at 7 o'clock, we're going to be talking to a lawyer about the legal challenges ahead, so stick around for that. Your time now is 6:16 on this Thursday morning. Let's check in with Lara.
Kristen, we do have a new